Coffee. Do you have coffee? Coffee. You have coffee? Hello. Hi. Wait, what have we done? Why? Hi, dude. Oh, that. No. I'm looking for coffee. Coffee. No coffee? Oh, no coffee? Oh, I see. Sorry, wrong place. No, I'm looking. Oh, you can sleep too. That's okay.
What's going on here?
Oh no, that's okay. I'll just have some coffee. Yeah. Can sleep over there? That's okay. Thank you very much.
I think we found a whorehouse.
Oh, we certainly did.
This is coffee.
Sorry guys, bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye.
Well, it was a whorehouse.
Thank you. Thanks, bye-bye. Over there? Okay, all right.
We learned some Vietnamese today, Winston.
What's that?
Cafe means whore.
You know, that was quite disturbing.
Okay.
First of all, she... look at this, okay? This is in my defense. I wanted a coffee. It says over here, cafe.
I'm aware. We both saw it.
So I asked her, hey... Okay, thank you. The problem is, I think it was the gesture I was making about like this.
Oh, you're doing blowjob signs.
I honestly think, because when I went in there, the guy, hang on, I've got to show you. So I went in there, and the guy went like this.
Oh no, that is not coffee.
No, sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm still a little shocked.
Okay, so were there women on offer? I couldn't fit in there with you.
Yes, no, there was a young girl sitting on the couch.
Okay.
An older IE type woman who seemed very enthusiastic to get me in there, and then the boss, obviously.
Okay.
And wow, I feel weird about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's quite an innocent mistake. It says cafe.
Yeah, it does.
So there you go.
Boy. Okay, so don't always go into a place that says cafe unless you want to catch an STD anyway.
Or don't go into a place with a bunch of rainbow ass like streamers hanging down from the door with clearly a prostitute that beckons you inside, and then you make blowjob signals.
I didn't do that on purpose. I wanted to drink coffee. Okay.
We need a better symbol for coffee.
Oh boy. So I guess we should probably make a topic about this, since it just happened.
Sex industry.
I think maybe we should we talk about the sex industry?
I think so.
Okay. We did definitely talk about it a bit last time we were in Taiwan. We were talking about the Chinese sexuality and the fact that it's quite common for men to go to brothels, right?
Right.
And in fact, very recently we saw a whatchamacallit, an article, right, that did a study about how much infidelity is a thing in China. Maybe you can elaborate on that.
Yeah, so, I mean, these are Chinese people that obviously care about their own society, right? There's statisticians and scientists and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, he did a study and found that 60% of Chinese men in China are unfaithful to their wives, and 15% of those, divorce cases are due to domestic abuse, right? And those numbers are quite high. So why is the rate so high? 60% infidelity, right? And that really just boils down to the fact that it's culturally acceptable in China and here to go to a prostitute. And it's not that the women like it, it's just that it's common, right? And it's accepted almost, right? Right. So from what we saw back there when you were trying to get blowjob coffee,
I wanted a coffee.
it's clearly a thing here. It's actually something we've seen quite often. We were walking through a kind of red light district, which was near that gaming thing that we were seeing, like the console bars. And it's obviously an industry here. I don't think it's particularly targeting like sex pets in these areas. I don't know how these.
Of course, no. There's no foreigners out here.
They wouldn't find it. No. But the fact that was available just so openly in a country where it's illegal probably means that it's is pretty common, right?
Well, I mean, that's it. That's exactly it. All these little weird bars and stuff. Here's the thing. You can't just walk around in, I don't know, California, for instance, and walk into a shop. Well, you can't just walk into a shop and someone's offering to, you know, give you prostitution like that.
No.
It's not right on the main road, you know?
No.
If you go to, hey, here's coffee. Let's go here.
I already.
Oh man, come on! I really want a coffee, a real coffee, not a. Watch out! There's a big truck behind you.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's keep it slow and let's just get a coffee. There's gonna be one. What I'm saying is that
cat meat.
Where?
It's a cat meat restaurant.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You see
cat
it?
meat.
It's
yeah,
called Meow. Go ahead. Sorry.
Maybe Meow is the Vietnamese word for cat.
It's got to be.
There should be a coffee place here, so let's take it real slow.
Okay, continue.
What I'm saying is that in smaller tier cities in China, you actually get a very similar type thing like that, right?
Right.
Here, dude, coffee right here, Cafe Wi-Fi. Here we are. I hope they're open.
Don't make the same mistake.
No, this one I can see pictures of coffee
okay.
on the sign. Okay. Oh boy, sorry, I'm just still a bit shaken by that because I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's just too easy.
That's the thing, okay? That's the point I'm trying to make here, Milk, is that it's not hidden.
Right.
Sure, you get prostitution anywhere in the world.
Of course.
But it's kind of looked down on by society and it's hidden. Over here, it's just kind of,
how can I say?
It's just sui bien. How do you translate sui bien?
It's just like, whatever. It's everyone can go do it.
It's kind of like, oh, I feel like I want to go get a snack, or I want to go see a prostitute, you know?
Right.
Is this open?
I'd like a bag of chips.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
I don't think there's anyone here. Oh, there we go.
Hello?
Coffee?
Coffee?
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Gotta
nice.
keep an eye on my bags.
Oh yeah, just sit right here facing the door so we can see it.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know, how do you want to finish this one off?
I think we can get back on the bikes and finish it.
Okay.
I have
right,
more to say.
All right, okay, so we're going to have a coffee, guys, and then in this lovely little coffee shop.
Yep.
And we'll get back to you.
Sure.
Is this a real coffee shop?
Yeah, I think it is.
Awesome. Okay, you're recording, eh? That was a pleasantly strong coffee.
Very strong. Could have used a little water.
Yes, I mean, you can see the aftermath of it here. I'll put in a little bit of what happened, but we were actually having a discussion now that I must say my nerves have calmed down a bit after that.
Yes.
A little experience. Not that it's a overly terrible experience or anything. I just wasn't expecting it.
Sure.
You know, being a married man, you know.
I get why you turned the camera off now, because I know what really happened here. There is no coffee consumed. I'm just joking.
No, quite seriously, we were discussing, you know, this kind of thing was very common in Shenzhen.
Okay.
Everything good?
Like me?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. This kind of thing was incredibly common in Shenzhen when I first got to Shenzhen. Yeah. I used to live in the red light district, you know, at the time, Shadzui. Right. Shadzui village. And it was, I'd walk around in the village and I'd have, like that old man came out with those dirty gestures. I would have people like that on the street come up to me and do these dirty gestures and usher me in to their little establishments, which, you know, I'd never partook in that because it's not my thing. But
well, you know where I lived. I mean, like literally on my one road, there were like brothels everywhere.
That's very true.
In Huizhou, China.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is very common. That's kind of the point we were getting at. What?
No. Yeah. So the thing is, the sex industry is it's very out in the open and it's very normal. At least it was in China. They've clamped down a lot.
Yeah. But if you speak Chinese, you'll find it.
Yeah, absolutely. But here it's, well, there we just proved it just by mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's out there in the open. I do believe that most Western nations are just more prudish because of religion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Probably. Also, I do think it's in poor taste if you're married to ever mess about with your wife.
Yeah, don't get married if you're going to do that.
Yeah. But it does seem as if it's very accepted in Asia.
Sure.
You know, not just China, not just Vietnam, not just Japan, doesn't matter where, but it seems to be a lot more accepted to, you know, that a man's going to mess around type thing. Yeah, is there anything you'd like to add to that, really?
The prevalence of this whole thing, and this is something we're going to get into in a little bit more depth in a different episode, does also drive a expat/tourist community that is involved in this kind of stuff.
Right.
Obviously, these white dudes or wherever they're from coming over for this kind of thing are going to pay a lot more than the locals do. But actually, I wanted people to give some perspective on how much this kind of stuff costs for people, and you might be shocked. I have a feeling if you were to seek out like some sort of prostitute in America, just a feeling that you would probably pay quite a bit of money.
Well-researched feeling.
Well, let's be honest. Hey, there's a Chinese company there. Say, Yuan on the sign. Yuan.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I know, I understand. I'm saying it's not going to cost $1 though, right? It's stuff. No. There's going to be an investment involved, I think, just because of the nature of the situation. I'll tell you this: in Huizhou, where I lived, you know, just by talking to my Chinese friends that would partake in these things once in a while, I do know that for about 15 or 20 bucks you can go for a dodgy type massage deal.
Okay.
Apparently that does not result in actual intercourse. I think that's where the legality comes into play, the real crackdown stuff. That's what they're trying to get rid of, obviously. But when I lived in Inner Mongolia, I do know that for the explicit purpose of people going to have intercourse for money, it costs about 20 to 30 bucks, okay? Here, look at all these buffaloes walking around the graveyard.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can tell you from experience, because I used to live with a prostitute, remember? That story, I mean, before anyone jumps to any conclusions, no, I wasn't in a relationship with a prostitute,
most people know that story.
Yeah, anyway, I was living in the red light district with a Chinese friend of mine, and his girlfriend was a prostitute, okay? And it was a sad, sad story. But, sorry, coughing here.
Don't cry.
Anyway, the thing is, of course I was appalled at the situation. I've never felt so uncomfortable in my life, but at the same time, I was asking my Chinese friend all about the industry and what was going on and how he could accept that, and etc., etc. And you know, the thing is, it turns out that the establishment back then, bear in mind this is like 2006, 2007. Back then, the going price would be between 150 and 300 RMB.
Right.
Is what the establishment would charge for, you know, intercourse. And the girls would walk away with about 100 out of that.
Interesting. Here, I guarantee it's very cheap. Probably a lot cheaper than China, just because, you know, it's poor.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. It's like, I don't want to encourage anyone to come here and do that, because I know after seeing that little clip of me just randomly walking in and it's so available, it's probably a bunch of dodgy guys on kayak.com searching for the cheapest tickets to come down here. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, you'd probably get sick if you ended up doing something like that.
But you know, that's one thing that we have to say, something that's very important. We're going to go, I think we go right at this traffic circle. It is so dangerous to get involved in anything illegal in a communist country like this. And you know what? I don't want to go down here because it's a dirt road.
I don't think that's correct.
Now I'm going to let me check the map in the meantime. This is a communist country. And if you get caught up in any of that nonsense, you could literally just be at the mercy of... Wait, what? I think we're supposed to go... I'm checking here.
Okay. Don't be a chicken.
No. This is kind of weird. We came from there. Hang on. And we came up to this traffic circle. I feel like we're supposed to go... Let's just go straight a little more and see what happens. We'll look again. Sorry, it's a bit confusing. I'm just saying, if you get caught up in any of that stuff, you're absolutely screwed. You'll be held for ransom. Like, it's very easy for an unscrupulous pimp, and let's just be honest, if you're a pimp, you're an unscrupulous man. To say, oh, look, we've got a foreigner here. Okay, let me just call my buddy who's a cop, or who looks like a cop in a cop uniform, and to come over and let's just hold him for ransom and make him pay us. Otherwise, we don't let him go because he's doing something illegal in our country. And, you know, at the end of the day, you have no recourse. You know what I mean?
It's not like the embassy is going to help you out because you're engaging in prostitution.
No. So I mean, it's an incredibly dangerous thing to get all embroiled in, and this is also something that I've always had a big problem with. Is, like I said before, the guys who cry wolf. You know, they go over to the mainland China from Hong Kong, mess around with nice guys taking a piss on the side of the road. You know, they get involved in prostitution and drugs and stuff, and then they get kidnapped or they get extorted, and then they go back home and they're like, oh, mainland China is so dangerous. They kidnap us Hong Kongers or whatever. You know, that was a big thing. And the same goes for people that get embroiled in this stuff, and then they go home. They're like, oh, it's so dangerous. They robbed me and stole my money. Of course, if you're going to walk into these dodgy places and engage in dodgy things,
you're literally throwing away all your rights and safety because you're doing something illegal.
Correct. So I just want to put that as a caution to all of you guys there that are on kayak.com. Hanoi, cheapest flight. Wow, I gotta get on there. Like, I could get there by tomorrow. Oh my God. Please, slow down. Okay, slow down. Anyway.
I don't want to be responsible for this.
No. And I also don't want to sound like a sanctimonious, moral sort of shower bag, you know.
Honestly, if you're gonna do stuff like that, it's up to you. You know what I mean? That's your own thing. Just know the consequences. And you are also promoting an industry that pretty much enslaves people.
It's not
when
good.
You said the girl gets like 100 kwai or whatever, like maybe she works for a pretty decent pimp that is paying his dues.
Oh yeah, no, but I didn't tell you that 100 kwai was going back to her family because her family was forcing her to send all of her money back to pay for her brother's education.
Sure, but what I'm saying is that a lot of these women don't have a choice. They're brought up from a young age to do this kind of job, so don't support that kind of stuff, please. Agreed.
Have healthy relationships.
Yes. That's the best answer.
Absolutely. That kind of got sidetracked, I think, but either way, is there anything you'd like to add before we sign off?
Whether you are booking that cheap flight on kayak.com. Sounds like we're sponsored by them. We're absolutely not.
Don't use kiwi.com, by the way.
Don't use Kiwi. They screwed us so hard. That's another tale for another time. Don't use them, though. Whether you are doing that or you are going on Tinder or you're just happily married or in a relationship and you're just kind of watching this being like, wow, that's kind of weird. I appreciate all of you. And what do you guys think down below? Actually, I'm curious. What is your perspective? What's your opinion on this whole sex industry thing? Because there's a lot of varying opinions about this.
Of course there is, yeah.
Let me know and give this video a like if you did in fact like it. And if you want to subscribe to see some more stuff, just click that little button and join the team.
And I guess what we can do is, for all you guys that are on Expedia.com or whatever, booking your tickets, we're going to put a general area of a Google Maps link to this area that we're in, so you guys can come and
lose all your stuff.
You can come and search and see if you can replicate that scenario with a different ending.
Just literally, it's not our fault if you lose everything.
No, absolutely not. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We can't wait to see you in the next one, and that's why we do these adventures, is because we wouldn't be able to get away with explaining it without showing it, you know? Sure. People don't believe what we say a lot of the times, you know? So there we go. You see it for real right here. Stick around for more of that kind of stuff. We love you guys. Stay awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget, every single Monday at 1 p.m. EST, you can watch ADV China. You can watch me every single Wednesday at 1 p.m. EST, Lao86. And right below that, you can watch Serpents a Day just in time for a beer on Friday at 1 p.m. EST.